Hey, 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 guys. Welcome back to Stars and Cards. I am Kina Marie,
And I'm Mona.
and we are coming with your weekly astrological and tarot guidance for this week, for the whole week, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So let's go ahead and dive into what is the overall energy for you guys, water signs, this week. It's a lot of heavy Saturn energy, a lot of heavy moon energy, which is ruled by Cancer, and a lot of heavy Venus energy. So our emotions, our responsibilities, as well as our relationships and our finances. So that energy is very heavy. Now, with the moon being really heavy this week, we are going to experience, because I'm a heavy water sign, so we are definitely going to experience some very heightened emotions this week. Ugh. Like I want to cry all week. Okay. Emotional clarity, though. Our intuition is going to be very heightened this week. Um, as well as water signs, we can expect our emotions are just going to be strong and rich, and we're going to be able to balance them and align them. And our intuition is going to help us guide our emotions and how we move and how we handle our emotions without spazzing. It's really not a lot of spazzing emotional energy, just us really them being heightened so that we can balance them. This is going to be a week of introspection, as well as it's going to be perfect for emotional healing and creative expression. So let's go ahead and get an overall read to see what's going on overall for the water signs. And then we're going to go ahead and tap into Cancer.
Y'all. So very much what you said, Kina. I got the Judgment card, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Definitely very, very heavy introspection or introspective energy here for the week. Really kind of just make sure this week, water signs, whether you Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, because like Kina said, we're going to go into details for each of you. Make sure that you are kind of paying attention to your emotions, paying attention to what you feel is right or wrong, paying attention to your dreams, paying attention to those things that kind of just keep popping up synchronistically. So if you've been thinking about starting a business or going to school or getting a new job or leaving something or quitting something and you just keep seeing it over and over and over, you hearing it over and over and over, those are the things that you need to be comfortable going ahead, passing judgment to make whatever decision you feel is going to honor you, honor your truth, honor what's next for you. The Ten of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, and then here's the Empress. All lights are green for you to go ahead and call things a close if they need to close, if you're burdened, what have you. And then embracing into something different. Do trust your gut here this week, water signs, and just do what's best for you. That's the overall energy. So, Kina, go ahead and kick us off for Cancer.
Yes, Cancers. So remember, you are the ruler of the moon. And so it's a lot of heavy moon energy. So y'all emotions, Cancer, may be a little bit more intense, okay? But this week brings opportunity for deep reflection, Cancers, with the moon likely influencing your home and your family life. You'll feel more connected to your roots. You may not want to be dealing with people outside of your home. You really just want to tend to home, tend to your emotions and your feelings and your family at home. This is a time to nurture your relationships at home with your children, with your partner, especially with heavy Venus being present this week as well. Especially with your inner circle as well. So let go of old emotional baggage, okay? Just like Mona said, if some shit come up, especially with that Ten of Swords energy, if some shit like that come up, you know that, hey, this emotionally is not working for me, and you know you need to disconnect. This is a time for focusing on healing for you, Cancers. You may also find creative inspiration in domestic partnerships, working with your family. Maybe you and your family creating a vision board together, or painting together, revisiting some past hobbies that you used to do as a child, doing them with your family and your home life. So that is the energy for Cancers this week. Really deep reflection, tending to home, tending to family, cutting off anything that's emotionally draining. So what Mona got for the Cancers, y'all?
So with the Knight of Pentacles here, so I had the Knight of Pentacles, Great Fortune, Coffin, the Altar, and then your affirmation for the week, Cancer, is I give myself space to grow and learn. Definitely do kind of pull back your energy from the outside world this week. If you need to let your people know I'm alive, I'm well, but I will not be responding to text and phone calls this week. I'm focusing on me. I think that'll be really good. What you need to be focused on instead here this week, Cancer, again, especially with the Knight of Pentacles being present, is clearing out stagnant energy for sure, getting very grounded and rooted in what your next steps are going to be. I'll say for the rest of the month, but even looking on a little further, the rest of the year, there are a lot of things here that need to be closed out. And with the altar card, whether you are someone who goes to the altar in your home, you go to the altar at church, you go to the altar in your heart, praying and talking to your spirit team, whoever you believe that is. It could just be Jesus, it could be Buddha, it could be God, it could be your great grandma Penny. It doesn't matter. Spirits are spirits. But handing over those heavy burdens to them at this time, letting out a good cry, a good prayer, a good release session, and asking them to remove XYZ from your life so that you can continue to grow forward. Be diligent. Focus really heavily on making decisions and changes here that are going to impact your overall growth and stability. That's what I got for you, Cancer. Kina, who are we going to look at next?
We're going to look at Scorpio, okay? Scorpio, this week is going to be a passionate and transformative week for you guys. The energy surrounding you, your emotions are going to be definitely connected this week. They're going to shift. They are going to change this week. So you are definitely going to be pulling into introspection, Scorpios, but it may be a time to reassess your relationships and commitments. Stay mindful of power dynamics, moving in ego, especially with personal and professional relationships. Really taking a moment to really take a step back and reflect on your relationships and your connections. Is the energy mutual? Is there even energy exchange? Are there power struggles? Even with job or with personal matters. So definitely reflecting on those things so you know what you need to release moving forward. This is an intense emotional energy for you, Scorpios, this week. This is a great time to focus on personal growth and let go of control in areas where you've been holding too tight. Okay, so if you've been holding on to people and connections a little too tight and you know the energy ain't mutual, this is definitely the week to really reflect back like, yeah, I've been holding on to this and it's just not working. Let go of control. Let spirit guide you. Let spirit lead you. Go within so that you could really take time to really connect with yourself. Know your worth. If the energy ain't matching, if it ain't given, then release control and release their ass. Okay. That job, that relationship, nobody got time for power struggles. This is the time to really release control and say, you know what, it is what it is. So that's the energy for you guys, Scorpio, this week. Let's see what kind of guidance that Mona has for you guys.
So I got the 10 of Cups, the Crossroads, and then your affirmation for the week, Scorpio, is I trust that I am on the right path. I agree 100% with Kina, per usual, because at the bottom of the deck was the Hierophant, the 7 of Cups, and then the 9 of Swords. You definitely do need to be figuring out where you land on the scale. And you ain't got to sit down and like write out a list, even though this is what I would suggest to you as a life coach, is what we would do together. But working through things on your own this week, Scorpio, any particular situations or instances that come up where you feel really good about something, then you know you want to honor that. Check in with your ego. Ask yourself, am I pouring into this connection effectively? Is there anything that I could be doing differently? And then continuing to honor that, but on the flip side, like Kina said, miscommunications, disharmony, feeling like you're not receiving what you know you would like to receive, and even in situations where you are kind of feeling that you're a little unworthy to have what it is that you're hoping for, or what it is that you've received,
Mhm.
or what you're being given on a day-to-day basis. Check in with yourself and ask yourself, is this something that I need to release, or how can I make adjustments on my end to create harmony, to create balance in this connection, or do I need to leave it behind? All right. Don't spend too much time. The thing about people and like what kind of makes minor decisions major ones is when you sweep shit under the rug. So be mindful, pay attention, honor your truth, continue to move closer toward things that make you feel good this week, and further the fuck away from things that don't. That's what I got, Scorpio.
Yes. Pisces. Pisces. Y'all know your girl of Pisces, all right? So this week, Pisces, your natural sensitivity and dreamlike state may feel even more pronounced during this time. Dream journal. That's so crazy because I just told my wife I want to get a tape recorder because I don't wake up in the middle of the night to write. I want to be able to just push the button and say what my dreams were. So this week, be mindful of your dreams. Create a dream journal. Get your phone, do a voice recording of your dreams because there is messages, there is guidance, there is healings in your dreams, Pisces. It's definitely going to be a lot more sensitive this week. This week is going to bring heightened creativity. So channel your emotions into artistic pursuits or spiritual practices. So definitely connecting spiritually, allowing yourself to shine this week with spiritual projects, with your spiritual practices, or if you're an artist, allowing your emotions and allowing how you feel to be shown through your artwork, your music, your poems, whatever you do in an artistic way or a spiritual way. This is a way to channel that, to connect with your emotions, connect with your creativity, and bring that energy out in your craft, in your work. Also, Pisces, this is an ideal time to recharge and nurture yourself. So, yes, that means you got to balance putting out work and balancing time with yourself as well this week. You might feel a need to solitude, to pull back. So trust your intuition, especially regarding decisions and relationships and in careers. So I would definitely take this week. It's all about balance for you guys, Pisces, for us, Pisces, balancing time to create, to put out work, and also balancing time for ourselves, for our relationships, for our families as well. So just stay tuned into intuition, stay tuned into self this week, and channel it the right way, but balance it as well. Time for yourself, time for your family, and time to still put out work. So that's the energy for Pisces. Let's see what kind of guidance we got.
Um, Funny because I pulled the same card for you weekly as Cancer, but the message that came through was slightly different. Kind of like Kina said, where yes, you do need to be diligent, ambitious. You need to be focused on goals, focus on shining your light, especially in areas where you kind of backed off of it because it stirred up something in you emotionally, or you felt that you were having to fight people or fight the world to get them to see your value. Just, and I say that with the cards at the bottom of the deck because I kept shuffling, right? And it was like nothing else wanted to come out. But I shuffled one more time because the message that came through was a little bizarre. And the Five of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Swords are at the bottom of the deck. I feel that for, especially like to your point, Kina, about shining your light on projects and things of that nature, any area where you are looking to grow in your wealth or just grow in your passions or grow in feeling secure within yourself, to put something out that you feel allows you to shine your light, you need to remember, my friends, that you definitely do belong here. You wouldn't have a talent, you wouldn't have knowledge, you wouldn't have this skill if you were not meant to do something with it. So do
Yeah.
trust yourself here this week. The affirmation that came out was a little heavy too, friends. I forgive those who have harmed me in my past and peacefully detach from them. The Bodega Cat card being present definitely does speak heavily on that finding balance. Yes, you can show up and yes, you can do things, but my good rule of thumb, especially when you are beginning to get back into something or start something new, is you don't want to pour more than 20 minutes to an hour a day into your craft or into those things. Some days you may have a little more to give, other days you may not, but don't push yourself too hard as you are in the beginning phases, because that's the thing about nights and pages. We start talking about the earlier stages of growth and not on no king shit. You know what I'm saying? The king's always responsible. The knight's got responsibilities, but he's still young. So be gentle with yourself this week, Pisces. As a Pisces moon, I will try to remember this, but I'm an Aries, so you know. Full gas, no brakes. Be gentle with yourself here. The magnetic attraction card is kind of just like falling out of the card holder. Affirmations, high vibe, music, and journaling. So do journal your thoughts, journal your feelings. Part of the reason why Kina and I podcast is because our hands would fall off if we wrote down all the things that we wanted to say or share. And so we recorded. Record those things if you must, friends. Okay. That's what I got.
And speaking of podcasting,
Ah,
we will be going live on Friday the 13th with
yes.
something just a little bit different. We are still going to talk about astrology. We are still going to pull some cards, but we going to talk about a murder case. We want to know what we going to give our opinion on who we think done it. We are going to go live on Friday the 13th. So be following us, like, share, and subscribe to Stars and Cards on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok as well. We are definitely going to talk about this murder case, the Haysom murder. So definitely tune in with us. We love you guys so much and have an amazing week, water signs. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.